Hey everybody, hope you're having a great Monday. I know it sucks because it's the first day of the week. Most of us got to go back to work today after the weekend. But hey, we got the Solo trailer yesterday. And I went to Wal-Mart today to get some groceries and perused the aisle for some Gasland vehicles and found these instead. Kessel Run Falcon, just called the Millenium Falcon, and Han Speeder. I did see one other one, the AT hauler. I did not pick it up because some little bratty kid went ahead and snatched it out of my hand as soon as I grabbed it, and he ran towards his mama. So yeah, you little bastard, you got lucky, but I got the Falcon. So let's take a look at the packaging real quick. Unfortunately, this one I've already taken out of the package because I was filming a video just a moment ago, and basically, I live next to Fort Hood Army Base. There was some firing and the camera shook all over the place because of the impact, so I had to reshoot. So anyway, let's take a look at the packaging, because the packaging is actually identical for all of them. So basically, neither one of the packagings has any story information whatsoever. What's available under the new logo, the new yellow, orange, gold, yellow logo, is pretty much the standard stuff that we've already had. So and they did have this in stock. It's just new packaging. The Red 5 X-Wing, the standard TIE Fighter, the Star Destroyer. They did not, however, have the Arrestor Cruiser, nor did they have the AT-ST with BB-8 on it. They did have the like I said, the AT hauler, which I believe is just a lifter for the Scout Walkers. I believe that's what its intended use is. We won't know until we watch the movie for sure, or until somebody leaks out some stuff. But anyway, the AT hauler, it's interesting, but not really that interesting. So we'll have to see. But yeah, no story information. So let's go over Han's vehicle first. I'm going to be posting this on, both on Starship Miniature Wargaming and on 15mm Sci-Fi, because of the two different vehicles and their applied uses, and most of us belong to the same groups anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and do some zooming in while I get the camera taken care of. There we go. Alright, so the Speeder itself, and I do apologize for the lack of focusing. I thought I fixed that. Speeder itself comes on a base. It comes with this base, which is kind of odd. Now when you put your Speeder on, Han Speeder, it's got a longer divot right here and then a shorter one there. You got to match that up. I think it's just kind of random that it ended up being sideways on the base itself. The base itself is about 2 inches in diameter. So yeah, there you go. You've got your base. Details on here are pretty decent. The bucket seat, there's no stray paint lines. As you can see, the control panel does have some detail on there. Nothing special, nothing spectacular. And I just noticed this windshield does have a number etched in there. I can't quite tell what it is right here, but it does have it etched in there. The top engine, I probably would have liked to have it a little bit more detailed, but hey, this is a $3.84 vehicle. You can tell the paint apps aren't the greatest. This is die cast, especially right here in the black. You can see the imperfections there. No imperfections is battle damage in the world of Star Wars. Always remember that. No such thing as imperfections. Again, some more engine detail, a cooling vent right there in the front. You can see the little engine intake right there. In the front end, does have a little bit of overlap of the blue on the front of the vehicle, on front of the Speeder. I do believe it needs a couple of highlights on there of silver, from what I remember on the trailer. I've only seen the trailer like 4 or 5 times. This side has a nice little engine detail. Not much. It looks like it's a scaled down version of a pod racer detail piece. And on the bottom, that's what you got. Lucasfilm, and whatever that code means, I have started looking those up due to Gaslands. It does mean something. I'm just not quite sure what it means in this case. And the rear engines. Now, if there's a Black Series release of this, I'm pretty certain that the only difference that you're going to see is these engines will have the red glow and maybe a little bit more like dry brush work on all this, on the heat vent, on the heat vanes, and maybe some detail on here. Otherwise, why are you going to spend $2 more for the same exact thing? That's pretty much how my theory is for the Black Series. Han himself looks like a Luke Skywalker from the XP-47 speeder. I believe that's what it is, XP-47. The first speeder that he had in A New Hope. Not much detail at all on him here. I mean, you know, it is what it is. And I believe this is a Imperial or a Flight Academy jacket that he's wearing. I know he has it in one of the trailers. But yeah, nothing really special there. Bucket seats. It could use some work. So let's look at the gaming aspect of this, because you know a lot of us are going to end up using this for gaming purposes, while others will be collecting it. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There it goes. It just snaps in. So my usual standard here, salamander guy. Way too small for this. Way too small. I mean, like, seriously, he's way too small. Then we have some of our Schular Mercs. Looks a little bit better. Trying to adjust this camera just a little bit. And then our other heroic, the Goda clan from Coruscant. You notice I try to get figures, models that are standing upright, so we can get a good sense of height. So yeah, for 15mm, this will lend itself very well. And of course, this is a game using our imagination, so, you know, fictional characters in the fictional world and fictional wars. Use your imagination. Make it work. So yeah, I really like it. I do like it. I'm looking forward to seeing this film so much. So let's go ahead and bust open that Falcon. As you can see, my Legion stuff is right here in the background. And we already looked at the packaging, so let's just open this up. And it might get shaky here for a second. Now for Han's Speeder, which is all it's called on the packaging, is Han's Speeder. It was a pain in the ass to take out. It really was. This one looks like it is too. It's actually taped down right here. What the hell? That has never been on any of my I call them, holy shit. Okay, so it's taped there. It's taped here. I'm not seeing any tape down here. Okay, you know what? I might have to go off. Pause the camera. No, you know what? Let me just take the knife. If you take anything away from my channel, you see that I do this stuff raw. And you get what you get. No filter. Jesus Christ. That's one thing. Nobody's going to steal this sucker out of the package when you go to the store. So if they're open, somebody knew what they had to do. Well, now they don't know what they have to do. And they took their time to get it out. Alright, so let's pop out the base first. Trying to do this without knocking the camera. And it's the typical base. It doesn't have Rebellion logo on it. It just has Star Wars. Star Wars 2000. What does it say on there? 2017 Mattel. Lucasfilm, made in China. Star Wars. Alright, let's go ahead and get this base taken care of. I do like these flight bases though. I will say that. I do like how they are somewhat posable. If I can actually get it in there. Whoops. Yeah, it'd be nice if I put it in the right way. There it goes. Be nice if this part here actually elevated up and down. No big deal though. Again, $3.48. Can't beat it. So yeah, this Falcon is hefty. Oh my gosh. Put this back here. I apologize not taking it out on the camera. I'm trying not to let my camera shake too much. They did a really good job of packaging this. Usually these ships just pop right out. I'm actually going to have to cut this. thick ass plastic, man. Oh my gosh. God dang. What the hell? They do not want anybody to steal these things. They really don't. Don't want to pause the video, but I might just have to just to get this thing out of here. Here we go. Finally. Alright. Yay for fun. So let's look at the top side. Top side, it's a clean Falcon. What can we say? It is a clean Falcon. Let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit there. This looks like it's just a wheel. Like literally a wheel off a Hot Wheels car. And they just said, hey, that'll work. Let's put that in for the radar dish. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Paint app over there is decent on the cockpit. The only noticeable difference here on the side, on the mandibles, or now it's just the front end. Fix this camera one more time. Is this. This detail is a little bit longer. Not much detail on there, but it's enough. For the scale, it's enough. And there's the front end. Now, so what is that center thing in the front end? Is that a torpedo launcher? We don't know. We'll find out. And in case you're wondering, no, it does not pop out. So this is your Kessel Run Falcon. Clean and sleek. Here's the other side. Now these were docking connection ports in the classic trilogy. These are now sealed, as you've seen in the trailer. Show the other side, that's identical. The rear engine, I like the recessed detail in there. Shouldn't be too hard to do an engine glow thing if you so wanted to take it apart and repaint it. I do plan on getting several more of these and repainting them in various color schemes. And of course the exhaust from the exhaust vents. Now you notice the exhaust vents are much different than they are from previous versions of the Falcon. So that is interesting. And something that's always been long in debate with modelers in particular is how the soot, the starship dust, or starship filth I should say, runs down. Why is it going omnidirectional? Why is it going this way? One's down this way, one's down this way. Personally, I think they should all just run straight down, but you know, it is what it is. Now, this is incorrect as far as I know from what we've seen so far. From what we've seen so far, the ventral gun, it's not a quad cannon anymore. It is a single cannon when this is factory fresh. So yeah, just keep in mind, this is supposed to be factory fresh YT2400. So it's only supposed to have a single cannon up here. That's what we've seen in the trailers. I can't recall if there's one on the rear, on the bottom, which it looks like they have recreated. So maybe at some point in the film, they do install the quad cannons. Don't know. We'll find out. Usual Lucasfilm legalese over here. And its code, whatever that is, 0088EAA. Probably means first run. No Hot Wheels information. That is interesting. It just has the Lucasfilm. And yeah, so let's go ahead and put this one on here. Again, this is going to be, I am going to use this for gaming purposes, for Starship Miniature Combat. Look at that. Oh man, that's such a sexy design. Not as sexy as the X-Wing, but it's still my favorite freighter. Well, between the Falcon and Serenity, I'm not gonna lie. Between those two ships, depends what day it is. Right now, it's the Falcon. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this review. They're not bad little models. Like I said, they're $3.48 for at my Walmart. you should be able to find them. I'm thinking it might have been a fluke, because if they have these, then they obviously do have the rest of the Han Solo merchandise line. I'm really looking forward to the actual scale model kit for the Falcon. And heck, if they put one of these out too, I'll probably pick it up also. Because it will probably work really well with my Legion, Star Wars Legion models. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to leave this video as a primary video. The first video you see on the channel for a little bit. Because I did get some terrain in from Miniature Market that I really want to talk about. Because I'm kind of disappointed with it. But not really. It's one of those strange things. I don't know. You'll find out probably tomorrow. Also, if you have a chance, check out Nerdarchy, the latest video from Nerdarchy. My good friend Eli, you might know him from Elfbait, also on 15mm Sci-Fi Gaming, also from Starship Miniature Combat Gaming. You know, both Facebook pages that I'm both admin on. Well, he's an admin on there too. The Starship page is his baby. He started that page. But he was on Nerdarchy earlier this morning. Check it out. It's about an hour and a half long. Pretty interesting stuff in there. Going into talking about sculpting miniatures, the process of making them, you know, how he got started, D&D stuff, of course. So yeah, check that out, give it a chance. And yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of the week. If anything else pops up, if I happen to be able to pick up any more solo stuff, which I doubt because I'm not, you know, I don't have a disposable income like a lot of YouTube channels seem to have, because I don't have a Patreon. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Let me know what you think. If you picked up any of the other solo stuff, let me know. I'd love to see it. I'm a huge Star Wars geek, if you haven't really noticed. You know, my son's name is Anakin. My 18-year-old is Anakin. That is his legal name. It is not a nickname. So, yeah, love Star Wars. I always wear a Star Wars sweater. Alright, take it easy. Later.